Hiya there folks, Root Beer here. We're going to be looking at question number 15 in this video from our 2010 grade 9 Pascal paper. Just a quick reminder, if you'd like a copy of this contest, you can click the very first link in the description. It will get you a copy that you can download, print out, try for yourself. And yeah, you can still try. I mean, we're at question 15, but we still have the 5 last questions in part B. And usually questions, 18, 19, and 20 can be kind of challenging. They're good for first-timers or people in younger grades to be shooting for. And then, of course, there's still the big 5 in Part C, 21 through 25, that we haven't gone through. So there's still lots for you to try out. And I say this every once in a while, but I really do mean it. It is far better for you in terms of practice, in terms of assessing your skills and how well you'll do on a contest, to try it out before seeing any solutions. Okay? Anyone can just sit there going, yep, no, I would have done that. Yeah, I basically had the same solution. Or, yeah, I could have come up with that. And yeah, you might, but you can often convince yourself you're smarter when you see a solution or you hear someone say, well, here's the trick. Okay? But it's a very different thing to be trying it out on your own and to have no one else to fall back on, because that's what happens when you actually write the contest. So really do try these things out before watching these videos or before going online and reading the solutions published by Waterloo. Okay, so with that in mind, I'll let you go ahead and do that. You can even pause the video and try 15 before watching, but let's get into question 15 here. So if 10% of S is T, then S equals... we have a bunch of expressions in terms of T. Okay, so I notice none of them are percents. These are sort of actual real numbers multiplied by T. Okay, so if 10% of S is T, that's what we've got here, right? I've got the 10% of S is T. All right, so I've got the right arrangement there. Well, how do we do percents? The way to calculate a percent is to turn it into a fraction out of 100%. And then you can multiply it by whatever you're percenting of. So in this case, S. All right, now percents, we treat them like centimeters or grams or seconds. They're just units that can cancel out. So what we really have here is T is 10 out of 100S. But divide by 10 on top and bottom, we'll get 1 out of 10S. Now we don't care about T, we want S in terms of T, so we multiply by 10 on both sides. 10T is S. I think that was D, or was that C? It was D. And that's all there is to it. That's question number 15. It wasn't actually a very long question. Very, very short in terms of the writing. This question, if I were in a real rush, I might accidentally skip over, considering we've got quite a bit of space devoted to these other 2 questions. And I think this might actually be the first time I've ever mentioned it, but while I'm on sort of contest-based rants in this video, extending the life of the video, I would point out that be very careful when you bubble things in, that the answers you're giving correspond to the numbers. If you skip over a question accidentally, you miss the 15 there, but you say, okay, I just bubbled in 14, and then you start doing question 16, and then just absent-mindedly bubble it in below the last bubble you did, all your answers will be slightly off. Now, you'll likely notice this at the end when you bubble in 25 and realize, oh, wait, I bubbled it in 24. But it's just, saves you having to track down where you made your mistake and things like that. Again, it doesn't happen a lot, but I don't want it to ever happen to someone, because that's like the worst feeling ever, is to realize, oh, I was bubbling off since question 8. Well, there goes everything. Okay? That's just terrible. No one wants that to happen. So just be careful with those sorts of things. Okay? So that does it for question number 15. Up next, question 16. I'll see you for that in the next video.